Hey, hello, I'm Annie and I am the owner. Yeah, I am a small business owner. I'm going to sit in that power. I'm the owner and creator of MiniMoon Arts. We make jewellery, we use crystals, we work with energy and generally help people feel a lot better about themselves and find their magic. Love it. So we're using memory wire. This is hard tempered stainless steel. It's hypoallergenic. If you're very sensitive, I would suggest just testing it out in your ears if you make earrings out of memory wire. I've tried it. I have really sensitive ears and I've been okay, but I can only speak from my experience. So quick little disclaimer there. It's really fantastic for making bracelets. As you see, it holds its shape incredibly well, and is just generally a really great tool if you are a jewellery maker. So shall we get into it? I am just going to cut the length that I need for this particular type of bracelet. In the previous video I put up, we actually did a longer one and we made this bracelet together, and as you can see it does overlap quite a lot. It's nearly kind of 2 passes. And this one, we are going to be using much less wire. So let's go. You see that we've got this bit here. I'm going to cut it about here. It's always better to have a little bit more. You can always snip it if you need to. If you have less, you have to start again. There we go. And we'll just get rid of that lot. Okay, so here we go. We've got your basic bit of wire. I'm just going to put these to one side because we don't need them anymore. And we're going to grab our round nose pliers like this. I'm using these rather than the bell makers. I'm going to put the bell makers to one side. I'm not sure where I got them out. And I'm also going to put these to one side. We'll bring them back when we do the clasp. So we just want our round nose pliers right now. And we're going to take our wire. I'm going to do it about halfway down the round nose pliers, and you have to apply a lot of strength to this. So I've got the hook like this. I want to take it all the way around like this, and then I'm just going to move the pliers so that we can then bend back on ourselves. So I wanted that to actually be a little bit flatter. I can usually do these quite quickly, but doing it on camera just changes things a little bit, doesn't it? So let's just, there we go, flatten it out and just clench that together. There we go. Okay, and then it's really simple. We are just going to put our beads on here. So I've got this really gorgeous rhodonite. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Those pinks and blacks. Really lovely. Connected to your heart chakra. If you are into the energy side of crystals, which obviously I am as a crystal healer. But I do like to keep a skeptic's mind. I like the evidence to know that it works. And I can tell you from the healing sessions that I've done with people, it definitely works. There we go. So I'm literally just in the palm of my hand. Just be a little bit careful. Don't stab yourself. It's quite sharp, this wire. I've had many a hole from accidentally getting myself. So, I might keep that one. That looks like a good ring one. And these chip beads are really easy to use, and they're great because they're all irregular, so it doesn't matter at all what order you put them on, it's still going to look flipping fabulous, darling, isn't it? And this type of bracelet works really well if you stack it with other bracelets. Got like bangles or stretch cords or ones with round beads, or like just simple chains. Really cool. I quite like these because they're, I mean, pretty much it's because there's black and it's a bit gothy. I'm not the biggest fan of pink. I'm trying to love pink. I am trying to love pink, and I understand that for me, there's some personal blockage as to why I don't like pink. But I just think these are gorgeous. And yeah, connected to the heart chakra, also connected to the root with that dark colouring, like really good for grounding. A really great crystal to hold on to when you are grieving, whether it's from bereavement or you're doing some inner child healing work. Might be that, you know, you are at the grieving stage of that journey. Having a little cuddle with some rhodonate is really, really, really fantastic. It's just like gives you access to a really gentle kind of self-compassion and self-love, and it alleviates that space where you can't really access your feelings. It's really fantastic for that. It's one that I've actually suggested for people when for kids really who are going through like a parental divorce, because that's just, it's a very difficult situation to deal with, and sometimes having the support of something to just help you really access those feelings and actually release them, not pent them up and draw them into yourself. We damage ourselves and our hearts when we do that, so it really is best to find a healthy way to let that go. As you can see, I'm not being particular at all with what I'm picking up. I'm also not being precious because I have got a soft landing for my crystals. So if you're doing this and you're doing it like I am, then make sure you've got something soft underneath. A, so that your crystals don't get damaged when they land, and B, so they don't roll away. I have spent so much time. I mean, I could probably take an hourly rate for the amount of time in my life that I've spent chasing beads and things across the floor because they've gone bouncing off a hard surface. So take that tip, do yourself a favour, put something soft down. Promise you, it will make your life so much easier. Right, we're nearly done with this. Aren't they just beautiful? Oh, I love them, absolutely love them. Okay, how much of this have we got left? Okay, we could do a couple more. Let's do some smaller ones. I prefer to keep smaller ones towards the ends. And you might be asking the question, you might be like, Annie, why are we putting a clasp on it? Surely the memory wire should just stay on your wrist. But these are quite heavy, and if you see, like, just kind of shakes off, even if you had it all the way around. Like, there's a lot of people who will suggest and say that, you know, it's okay, you can do that. But as a mother of a toddler, I genuinely try to just make all my jewellery as toddler proof as I possibly can without it looking too much like soft play jewellery. Okay, so we've come to the end. How much space have we got there? What, like 1.5 centimetres? Yeah, it's about 1.5 centimetres, isn't it? So we're going to take our Needlenose pliers and we're going to go to the same point about halfway down. If you want to mark it, then you go ahead. You do you. And then we're just going to clamp it. Can you see this? Yeah, and twist it. Oh my goodness, it's so hard. And then we'll bring it down like that so that we can then bend. Ooh, fantastic. And just straighten it out a little bit and do a little clamp. So that is really easy. That's the easy bit of this process. well done you. If you're making along. If you are co-working with me and making something else, then well done you for making something else. I would love to know what it is that you are making whilst we are working together. Drop it in the comments below. That's my YouTube work done. Like, please give me some love. Okay, so I have got here some 8mm round silver plated copper wire. It's strong. It's a strong width. I won't go any smaller because otherwise you won't get the strength in it, and we are going to hammer them and give them a bit of a bosh. So we want to connect it here and here, don't we? So we want one that is connected properly and one where it hooks in. An example is like this. There we go. Lovely. This is a skull bead that is going out in an order today. Woohoo! Lovely. Right, so how do we do this? Let's cut off a length. Usually I would just do it straight off the wire, but for the purposes of this recording, let's do this. Okay, so we are going to use our needle nose pliers, and we are going to use this. This is a 6-step bail maker. You could also use this. This is where I began, and I stepped up my game to this guy, and I love it, and I wish I'd had it the entire time. So here we go. We need to focus. I'm just going to clear some of the stuff away so that the oh, hello cheeky. Focus is on this. So take it right at the end, and we're going to bend it all the way back like this. And can I just say, I've just managed to do a bend on camera. If you watch my other videos, I always bring it into myself like this, and it's never on camera. And then we're just gonna squish it in like that. Ooh, lovely. Okay. So, very nice. And then, which size do I want? What would you like? I think I'm going to go for this one here. So I'm just going to pop it in between so you can see that it's resting on the other side, and bend it round here like this. And there we go. Got that kind of what is it, shepherd's crook shape. Yeah, or do we think that might be too big? I don't think so. Yeah, that's too big. Okay, start again. We need to go for a smaller one because we need to actually fit it to the gap. So let's go for this one. Start again. That's okay. That's the whole point of learning things. Oh, that is cute and dainty, isn't it? Ooh, I like that. That's really adorable. Okay, and then we want to make it so that it can attach to one of those and not come off. So, and we want it to go in the opposite direction, I think. No, it doesn't matter, because actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a jump ring. So let's just use this guy. So we need a little bit of space for doing the wrapping, and I want this to be the smallest. So we're wrapping around this side on the smallest of the bail makers. There we go. And we can do the whole, yeah, we could do the whole loop like that, but it's a little bit, needs a bit of help. So we just go like this, and we're just doing one turn, and then we want to clip it here in line because that's the space that is least likely to kind of get knocked, and also least likely to touch anybody's skin. Because we have to remember that these things that we're making are close to people's skin. And we need to be respectful of that fact. And we just tuck that in. Check that we can't feel any scratchies. And if you do, just a little metal nail file. Always just go the same direction. Very gently. There we go, perfect. Okay, hammering. Boop, boop. You need your tiny anvil or your block or whatever you've got. I have a tiny anvil because I like small things. It's really heavy though. Okay, and then you just find the space that works best for hammering, and we go bosh, bosh, bosh. Okay. Oh! It ran away! Okay, might need a better space to hold it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we've got a nice, strong, hammered clasp. Handmade, didn't take long. Okay, so I had to take a little break. It's been a few days. I've actually done the fair now, so this came with, and no one bought it. No, I'm joking, it's fine. I have made a little edit to this, so I decided that these were too close together. So what I did was I just clipped the end off, took a few beads, redid that. I also decided with these bracelets that I was going to connect the hook straight to this. It worked better rather than having the jump ring. And that's the wonderful thing about making your own things, is that you get a chance to explore, you get to have a go, see what works, see what doesn't. Okay, so every part is a learning journey. So to finish up your bracelet, it's super simple. You just want to take your bracelet, get your needle nose, flat nose, whatever you've got, round nose. You're just going to pull that up a little, take your hook, pop it on there. You can have it facing down, you can have it facing up, whichever way works for you. And bring that down. You might want to just tighten that up a little. And there we go. You have your bracelet. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like, a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video.